Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of a subscriber's website. We've spoken about this website a few days ago. This individual wrote in on one of our YouTube videos asking for just advice on how he can improve his site because he's not getting any clicks. His website existed for 15 total months, and he's got maybe something like I don't remember exactly what the numbers was. I think it was three clicks in the last 3 months, or 6 clicks in the last 3 months, something like that. And obviously that's drastically low. So we're gonna talk about the website. So the first thing with the website immediately is it needs to be restructured, redesigned. I'm not sure if you're going to keep going with this website. I don't know if you're going to start from scratch. I don't know what you're going to decide to do. The first thing it looks like the structure of the website is it's not structured properly by any means. There's nothing wrong with that. It just needs to be improved. It seems like also you're using WordPress. You're definitely not using Rocket Web Builder. I searched this website in our database. It didn't exist. So you're not using Rocket Web Builder. Let me just go ahead and show you Rocket Web Builder if you don't know. It's the software that I use to build all of my blogs. You can watch some of my other videos. I show how to use it. I show how to create and design good-looking blogs. It's not just about how it looks, even though presentation is a very important aspect. It's also has a lot to do with the functionality, right? So I'll give you a very, very small example, okay? So like, for example, if I'm looking here, this is just something that shows professionalism. If I'm reading this, it says subscribe to get your free PDF guide. It's not that easy to read like this blue text on this image. The image doesn't look professional. Things look pixelated. These images all look pixelated, and they're from like different sources. So in terms of professionalism, you want to up the ante on that, right? You want to make it look as professional or as clean as possible. A perfect example of this was my website, howtoboosttestosterone.org. If you were an original viewer from the channel many, many months ago, well, not many months ago, really a few weeks ago, the website didn't look like this, and I actually did a revamp. I changed the way it looks. I added a store. I added products. I made things look a little more clean, a little bit more organized, and that's kind of something you're going to want to look into. So that's the first thing. Now, organization gives you that little benefit, and all the things that I'm going to say right now, guys, are small benefits. With that being said, small benefits slowly move the needle, right? You're not going to go from 0 to 100, but you can go from, let's say, 15 to 16 to 17 to 18 with small fixes and small changes. Something that I do want to commend you on is that you're definitely showing an effort, right? Some content is there. You're adding a newsletter. You're doing different things to make this thing work, which I definitely not only commend you, but I say, hey, I appreciate that you're doing this. You're definitely taking it. You're definitely putting energy. That's the point. Also, let's go ahead and begin. So I've spoken about this in one of my paid products. I'm going to just shout out our website, cashcownichesites.com. If you want to check out the paid stuff, go ahead and check it out. How to write certain blog posts, how to use ChatGPT-4, the Google ranking factors, and so on. So check that out. But one of the paid products, I mentioned that there are certain things that a website needs and what it doesn't need. If you're a blogger, especially in the beginning, when you don't have any traffic, because that's the situation you're in, you don't need to add any of this stuff. Like, who's this purpose, the purpose of the website, the topics discussed, about the blog. Like, customer or readers are going to understand what this is based on your content. And your content should be the thing that reaches out to people the very most, right? So on your homepage, this is your homepage, your front page, you shouldn't be wasting space like this. You can get rid of all this, okay? And what you should have on your front page is things that you want to drive traffic to. It could be a certain blog post that has affiliate links. It could be products that you have for sale. It could be a lot of different things. Like if you look on my website here, let me go ahead and get it right here. Let's whip out how to boost testosterone.org. Let me actually pick this up here. Let me select our website. You can see here we have the different categories of our blog posts. We have a product for sale. So we have different things going on. That's what you want to do. And guys, there's not one situation or there's not one perfect site design. It will change with time, all right? So there's no shame in that. Always focus on improvement. The next thing here is let's go ahead and take a look at the site. I can obviously nitpick every part, but I'm giving you general things here, right? Like on your homepage, remove this get in touch thing, right? Just get rid of it. It's not a direct link to a product for sale, so just get rid of it. Coaching. Coaching is a product. This is good that you have this, but this is a lot to read. Like, I don't know what a customer is getting here. I think I went over it somewhere here. You might have seen other people like teach you how to write landing pages, but landing pages aren't designed like this. And it's not just text, like straight up text like this. So you're going to want to look into site design. And once again, this is another benefit of using Rocket Web Builder to your advantage. We have templates and we have landing pages and funnels. So if you're going to sell coaching, and coaching should be sold at a premium price, it definitely should not be sold for a cheap amount like $20 or $50. It should be something exclusive, and it should be high ticket, right? If some people are going to hire you to solve this problem dealing with agoraphobia, they should, and I actually searched it just to make sure. I thought it was the fear of spiders, but agoraphobia or agoraphobia, we'll just call it that, is the fear of places, situations, cause panic, etc. If people are going to pay you for this extreme problem, right, and I see here that it's like 7-week coaching, and it should be very costly. Like, let's see here how much it costs. Let's see. Does it have a link? Book initial call. Yeah. See, you don't need to do initial calls. Okay. That's the I don't know what the cost of this. Okay, $10,000. That's a good price. Little steep for most people. I would have a different option. I would have like let's say a $2,000 option and a $10,000 option. Maybe for like a less period of time or whatever it is. But $10,000 is a good price if you're going to be there, especially in person, helping them, whatever, etc., which is great. And that's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a high price. Anyways, the point is that if you're going to charge this much, you need to have a better designed landing page. Like not a single customer is going to pay $10,000 with a landing page like this. And like I said, you can look at how landing pages and funnels are designed. You actually need a funnel, to be honest. With a $10,000 price, even if you're not going to charge $10,000, let's say you're charging $2,000 or $5,000 or let's say $950, which by the way is a very, very it's a normal price. Like, it's not a crazy price to ask somebody, right? Because you're solving a very important need and a crippling need. Like, people who deal with this illness, I guess you could say, it cripples their life, right? So the cost is not the problem. The problem is the way you're presenting it, right? So this whole landing page, it needs to be converted into a funnel. And the way the funnel is when you send traffic to a page that is the introduction page or the sales page to a product that costs this much, no other buttons can be on the website because it distracts from the cost of the product, right? So you need to be aware of that as well. All the copy here, I'm not even going to read because there's a lot of copy. And copy is just writing for people who don't know, but it needs to be converted into a funnel. The funnel needs to be built properly, it needs to be tracked, and it needs to have advertising to it, the whole gamut. If you don't want to pay for advertising and you want to use your blog as traffic, that's fine, but you need to actually get the traffic. So that comes into our next concept. And by the way, when I say build a funnel, you should really go over here, go to funnels, click funnels, all designs, and you have a ton of different funnel designs here for different products. We have all kinds of funnels for courses, for tutorials. And by the way, if you're selling a $10,000, one-on-one mentoring, coaching kind of program, you should sell a course for like, let's say $950. Not everybody's going to be able to afford that $10,000 coaching. So you have to give them an alternative, right? You have to give them an alternative solution, let's say for like $950 or $999. And you should create that course. A great way you could do that is right through Rocket Builder. If you're charging those prices, you should be able to obviously afford whatever plan that you're going to use. But I'm not selling Rocket Web Builder. I'm just literally telling you it's the best place to do this. Okay, so I would work on that for sure. Now let's get into your blog. So your blog here is, parts of it are hard to read. Like when I look at this title, okay, and then I look at these, I'm like, what is this? This is a command, right? Press blah, blah, blah to bookmark this page. Most people, they know what the bookmark is. You don't have to really tell them this, but I would at least box this in, make it a little more creative, a little more visible, things like that. Get notified when there's a post. This has to do with the newsletter, I'm pretty sure, right? So let's see. And by the way, I'm noticing your website takes very long to load. That's a problem. You're probably using WordPress. I'm not sure what hosting plan you're using, but that is a problem. It's a very serious problem. That could be one of the reasons why Google's not, helping you out here. You have to look into that. Once again, and I'll mention this again, I've actually said this in the free course. Part of the reason why I tell people join the free course, take the free course, and we push Rocket Web Builder in the free course heavily is because people don't have to worry about things like server-side stuff, site speed. You don't have to worry about those errors, those issues, because Rocket Web Builder takes care of all that, right? So once again, if you're using WordPress, you are responsible for those kind of things because you're using a open source kind of platform. And when it's open source, when it's free, you have more responsibility on yourself to take care of that as the owner of the site. So the site is very slow. You do have to look into that as well. All right. Now, all articles. First of all, like I said, I want to commend you and congratulate you for actually doing some work here and taking some initiative. I see here you have about 9 pages of articles, and once again, I clicked like a few seconds ago, maybe like 20 seconds ago. It took like a little while to load. So, this website shouldn't be taking this long to load, but here we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and I'm gonna pick a random one. Like let's pick this article. All right, so this article has 2 replies, which is actually 2 comments. Really good. Means you should have gotten traffic, but you told me that you never did get traffic. So really inspiring. Thanks for all this. So if this is a legit comment, you should pat yourself on the back for this. This is a great accomplishment, right? That you actually got something here. And I don't know what this is. Is this a YouTube video or what is this? This is, recommended videos. You should have, hopefully these videos are yours. Are they yours? Let's see. Let's click. I can't even click on these videos. What's the deal? Okay, let's see. Let's click on one of these. So this is like another thing you should fix, is that I shouldn't have to struggle to figure out how to play the video. Like these play buttons are not very visible. And let's see here. Is OBS recording this? Let's see. Is this your YouTube channel? Lauren Rose. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm guessing this is not your YouTube channel because these YouTube channels are not yours. I'm guessing because they're different people in each one. I highly recommend, if you're going to charge $10,000 for coaching, create a YouTube channel. Create your own videos. Link your own channel, okay? There's no reason to push other people's businesses. You need to push your own, right? So I know that might sound mean, but at the end of the day, you're a business owner. This stuff has to get out of here. Like, remove this stuff, create your own content. Don't push other people's stuff, my opinion, okay? And most business people, maybe they're not going to agree outward with me because they don't want to be politically incorrect, but their business's practices show it. Go on anybody else's website. Do they ever recommend anybody else's stuff? No. You got to, look into your own kind of stuff for that. So let's go ahead and read some of this. So this is a short article. You have a comment here from Leo, and the fact that you have a comment there, it either was placed by you or this is a legitimate comment. If it's a legitimate comment, right, you've done a lot for yourself here. This is pretty good, the fact that you're getting a comment. Now, something I could already tell is formatting. I don't think this is formatted properly. I know it's not formatted properly. Let me just go ahead and zoom out. It's not formatted like a blog. I don't know. I don't know. Is this, I'm not sure about the formatting. I'm not sure how you set this up. And I'm not even sure if every single article like this is the same way. So let me click on the other articles and see here. Let's see here. Once again, I clicked already. It should have already popped up. So I'm sitting here waiting for the blog to give me the next article. Most people are not going to wait, right? Most people are just going to click off. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely, formatting is an issue for sure. You want to work on the formatting. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it seems like the formatting is jacked up. Let's click on some of this stuff here. See, I already clicked, and I'm sitting here waiting once again for it all to load. How to overcome agoraphobia fast. The easy way to do exposure therapy for agoraphobia. How to come agoraphobia fast. Let's look into some of these titles. This is not a bad title, okay? How to overcome agoraphobia fast. Let's take this and let's actually do a search on this. So I have my tool here called the SEO Kit, and I'm going to do some keyword research around this. So I'm just going to paste it here, okay? And we're going to do some research. So let's get out and let's figure out how many searches on this keyword. And I think this is probably one of the best keywords that you've selected within your blog, okay? And I'm just going to, assume that. How to overcome agoraphobia fast. 140. That's really good. Like, the fact that there's 140 searches for a keyword like that, you nailed that one. Let's go ahead and real quick just add your website here to the list so that we can see where you rank. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Add it to the list, hit add. And I always do this. I like to see competitors. I like to see all kinds of different stuff. And I'll go over here to the SERP. So let's go to Google SERP. Let's add the keyword, how to overcome agoraphobia fast. And let's copy and paste it here. And let's hit test. And let's see. Let's give it a second here. It's got to filter through a lot of searches. So let me switch to the website. Let's see here. Where is it? Agoraphobia exposure. How to overcome it fast. Hit test. And let's give it a second. And your result was number 62. Honestly, for your website, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. So you have a place to start, right? You have, let's see, what's your domain authority? Your domain authority is 4, and your page authority is 1. What you're going to do here is you're going to have to, number one, fix the formatting. I guarantee you, once you start fixing your formatting, once you write articles properly, okay, your blog is going to go from position 64 to like position 20. Then when you go from position 20 to 10, what you're going to need more content that helps the reader. All right. So this was a phenomenal, first of all, one of your best, honestly, one of your best choices with the keyword. And the content is decently lengthy, but it's not enough, right? This is not enough content. You need a little bit more. The categories, obviously, I've shown in one of my last videos how to clean this up, how to add different recommended blogs. You have this section here, which is decent. It's pretty good. The reason why I don't like random stuff like this is because you have to control what each reader is reading, especially when you're creating a niche site blog. And let me explain what I mean. So I literally did a video on this, and you should go watch it. But in my blog post, right, if I create a blog post about, for example, does eating raw liver improve testosterone, on the bottom, I have stuff that the reader would be somewhat related to. So does garlic boost testosterone? Does cinnamon boost testosterone? These things are somewhat related on a level base to does eating raw liver increase testosterone, right? And the reason why that matters is because the reader is more likely to click and read additional content if you give them that similar type of content. And this is a brand new blog, right? So in your case, it's not wise to just randomly promote other blog posts, even though they're still in the niche, but you want to give them exactly like the first step. So if this blog post right here is all about how to overcome agoraphobia fast, right? Maybe the next article that you're going to recommend here should be like the very first step to getting over agoraphobia. Because let's be honest, this article is not going to change somebody's life. They're not going to be able to get over a crippling issue like this fast. This is a sensational article that's going to gain some attention and give you some credibility, right? But you need to nurture the reader. You need to provide more context, for the reader. And these ever-changing like list of blogs is not needed. A lot of amateur blogs are going to make mistakes like this. It's better to go ahead and use something like what I just showed you, like this, where you're recommending very, very specific articles for the reader, right? So this is a waste of time. And you want to take certain things into consideration, right? So like the products that you're going to sell need to be somehow incorporated in this blog post. Your only product cannot be coaching, obviously. And the reason why is because not everybody will be able to afford it. And do I shame you for charging $10,000 for something? Absolutely not, right? Everybody has the right to charge what they want to charge. And at the end of the day, the consumer has the right to purchase. So look into that. Now, this section here, it says, are you new to the blog? Click below. These images have pretty much, they're just images. They don't relate to me in any kind of way. I don't understand what its message is being sent. So you need to figure out how to change this up, right? Even if you have like a bigger section just recommending one blog, it's important to do that. Now, with your one blog that you'll recommend here, you want to have what we call a super post. And I've created a whole course on what a super post is. If you go here to my home on my website, we have how to write a super post blog post plus checklist. A super post can do so many things in one. It can write not only you have the article, but it can generate traffic, even though that's not the primary reason. It can generate income. It can generate affiliate income. It can generate sales. It can nurture the reader. It can provide context to the reader. You can provide AdSense income. And lastly, it improves the domain authority. It gives a lift to your website on the domain authority. Typically, because of how resourceful these super posts are, they're typically very, very high in word count, right? I'm not going to expose any certain information here because this is a free video. Obviously, if you want to access it, go access the course, which I'll leave a link in the description, or you could literally just go to cashcownichesites.com. But that's what super posts do, right? A blog like this is not a super post. This is a step-by-step informational. If you're telling them how to go, get over it fast, right? You're telling them do X, Y, Z, boom, right? This is not a bad topic. The title has search volume, 140 searches would change your business right now, right? Because let's just say out of all those 140 searches, you multiply that 5 to 6 times out, maybe one person is serious enough to afford your $10,000 coaching out of let's say 5 to 6 months of 140 visitors coming to your site. Obviously, you're not going to get all 140. However, it helps, and you're going to rank for alternative keywords. In terms of the formatting and how to write a blog correctly, I actually wrote a whole entire course on how to write a blog with ChatGPT-4. You should check it out, and you should use it to write your blogs. It will completely give you a lift on your brand. It will change the way you get traffic, and that should be clearly evident. Let's do another example of another blog post. So like it says here, let's see, what is agoraphobia? All right, let me give you an example here. So for everybody watching, I talk a lot about creating a niche site and picking the right niche. And each blog post in its own way is a keyword, right? Or represents a keyword. So what is agoraphobia is the keyword. You can see even in the URL handle, it says, what is agoraphobia? You got to understand that there's other blogs that are competing with this, and I'm willing to bet that your blog post here doesn't even rank in the first 100. And let's actually give it a shot. Let's see. So I'm going to take this link, and I'm going to go here to the SERP, and I'm going to type in, actually, I already have your website, so let me go into the keyword here. What is agoraphobia? And let's do a search. Let's hit test here. And let's see if you rank in the first 100. And yeah, it didn't appear in the first 100. The reason why is because this topic is too general for a niche site. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad, because I have articles like this. But what the purpose of this article is, right? And I'm giving you some pro tips here, is that because this article is general and it exists on a niche site, it's supposed to divert readers into other topics on your article. And I don't see that happening here, right? So when you have here, like, can agoraphobia worsen over time, or agoraphobia, right? There should be a blog connected to this. What is agoraphobia really? Boom. There should be another blog. Like, you should have blogs depending, like, related to these kind of subtopics. And if you don't, you just don't add the content in. And you have to understand that you're probably not going to rank on Google for this. But what this is this is a nurturing post, right? Your website is so niche and so small that you're not going to rank on Google. You're not even in the top 100, and that's not an insult, that's just facts. So what you need to do is, when you recommend this blog to your readers, the purpose of this blog post is to give them a base, a foundational understanding to how they need to manage their lifestyle with this issue. That's what it is. And that's where you lead them into the product, right? So a lot of bloggers don't know how to lead consumers into their products. I'm actually going to be creating a monetization mastery course on this site, on Cash Cow Niche Sites. And it's probably going to be the biggest course I've ever created on this site, because people need to really know how to turn their blog into income. It's not enough to just write a blog post. You have to know why you're writing it, and what specific topic, and what it's going to do for you. I can't tell you how many times with a niche site that I've built up some domain authority. I've created a blog post that was very, very specific, and then I started funneling traffic to that blog post, and instantly, like within a week, it started producing income. I still remember till this day, there was a blog post that I had 2 products affiliated in that blog post. That blog post must have made and I only got commission based on if the person had an account already or not. So if they didn't have an account, I got commissions for it. I think I got like $50 a commission. And if they did have an account, then I didn't get anything. But I generated something like $15,000 in a matter of a month doing that. So the point is you don't have to have a big site to make this stuff happen. It's just a matter of doing it the right way, and you need structure. I'm not sure if this is your first site ever. I'm not sure if this is your second or your third or whatever, but clearly you've done some work here, right? You've created content. If I were you, right, I would sit down, and the first thing I would ask myself is, how can I make sure I get consumers to the money? You need to start reverse engineering, right? You need to ask yourself, how can I make the money? What do I need to do? Okay, what products can I offer? In your case, I would offer products from A to Z, meaning high ticket, low ticket, medium ticket. You already have the high ticket, which is the coaching. But that comes into the next problem, right? Which is, how do you get customers to convert? I'm telling you now, just straight up, you're not going to convert them with the way this website is created. So you're going to need to do a full 360 with your website. That's not an insult, but even if you get all the traffic in the world and it's still designed like this, you're not going to get any sales. You're not going to produce any income. You have to make it a little more visually appealing, and it has to be easier to use, okay? You're going to have to fix the speed problem. We already went over that. And then finally, you're going to want to go over not only, like I said, the strategy behind blogging, which I just used that example with the general article that you created, But you're also going to want to jump into the keyword research. Not all of your blog posts are as perfectly researched as good as the other example that I gave, right? So let's pick one out here. So signs of progress with exposure. Let's click on this. Signs of progress with exposure. You're telling Google that you want to rank for this keyword. Signs of progress with exposure. Let's just do a general keyword research on what, first of all, there's no context here. If you really wanted to rank on Google, you should have added somewhere agoraphobia in here. Nobody knows that this is about agoraphobia from a Google SERP standpoint. Google does not know you're talking about agoraphobia. You might argue with me and say, no, they know because I put it in my title, but that's not what you put in your URL handle. Google takes what's in the URL handle and validates that with the content that exists. So right now, you're telling Google, I want to rank for the keyword signs of progress with exposure. Well, exposure to what? Radiation? Or exposure to trauma? Or exposure to what exactly? Google doesn't know. The reader might know, but not Google. And if we do a keyword research on this, I could just tell, like, first of all, let's go to our tools here before we even do the SERP. We don't need to do any SERP. Let's just do a general keyword research and hit submit. There's nothing here. Nobody's searching for this. So that's a problem as well, right? So keyword research is an issue here. Structure is an issue. Fixing all kinds of stuff on the website is an issue. If you're using WordPress, I highly, highly, highly recommend you pay for a premium WordPress theme. If you're going to expect to charge customers $10,000, $500, or even $50 for a site, or for a product rather, you need to bring that level of professionalism. And it's not going to get it done with this, right? If you want to save money and not pay for a WordPress theme, you're not going to be able to work with this long term. I'm just stating the facts. Even if you bring in the traffic, it's not going to get the job done. In reference to traffic, there has to have a lot of things happen, which my recommendations are all given to make that happen. I could definitely tell you put in effort, like I said, but you need to fix and you need to fine tune everything that you've done here. And yeah, you might need to go back and rewrite all of your articles. That might happen. You might need to do keyword research for all of your articles. You might need to literally redesign your whole entire site. You might need to pay for a software that will get that done. But if you're serious about it, you can make it happen. I'm not sure if you connected to email marketing. I don't know. Once again, with WordPress, there's a lot of things you need to do. But the first thing I would solve here, if anything, is within yourself make a decision if you're going to continue to be on WordPress. Once again, there's nothing wrong with WordPress, but it causes a lot more work for the end user. This is why I tell people, if you're going to create a blog, just do it right. Start off with Rocket Web Builder. I don't say that as some sort of promo, but I'm speaking facts. There's a reason why I have over 40 sites that profit every single day, and I keep them all on Rocket Web Builder. Rocket Web Builder can literally do everything WordPress can do, but with less hassle. There's no applications you have to download. You don't have to worry about servers. You don't have to worry about speed. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's all taken care of for you. So once again, that's your decision you have to make, and you're going to have to do a lot of work to get there, but it's all part of the course. And once you get over this hump, you're going to be able to create as many sites, as many blogs as you want, succeed, and build an income passively through time. And once again, this is just part of the course, right? So it's just part of the journey. Hopefully this video helps out. Not only you who own this website, but everybody else who's watching who is attempting to build their own blog, and maybe it creates a layer of foundation for you to start. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye. See you soon.